beautiful.
These things were Grandmother Cratchit's. She was Peter's great-grandmother. This is the comb she wore. You must wear your hair like her portrait. Ina won't have it downstairs, not glamorous enough. She walked barefoot beside her father's wagon all the way from Virginia. They were robbed on the way by some bandits. There was nothing left but the cow and a few chickens.
That's too bad.
And then one day she came to this house to sell eggs. My grandfather saw her and fell in love with her on sight. They were married the next day.
And lived happily ever after. It's like a fairy tale. I didn't know I was going to dress up from the skin out. Drawers and everything.
Nice lines. I never would have suspected it in those things you've been wearing. Now then, the dress. Oh, here. Oh. Here we go.
Brennan.
Isn't it lovely now? Step into it. Don't bust it. Careful.
No.
No. Now put your arm in the sleeve. There. Well, now, tuck those under,
Oh, better not eat with this on.
Oh, you have to make sacrifices for beauty. Pull in. Pull in harder. There.
Do I look all right?
See for yourself.
I've never seen my figure out so plain to be seen. Is it decent?
It's charming.
Do I look growed?
Definitely. And the word is grown. Now then, some lipstick. Now. Now I'm going to get downstairs and watch their faces, especially Peter's. I never did think Barbara was right for him in the first place.
Oh, Miss Rennie, I could just lie down and die of pure pleasure.
Now remember, no shoes. I can't wait. Come on, Picasso.
Can't understand it. 2 stacks of batter cakes and no indigestion. My doctors told me...
I come from Virginia, sir. I've been walking all the way alongside the wagon ox drawn. I've been sleeping on the ground by night and walking all the day. I come to this great house to sell fresh eggs. I toting them in my bonnet.
Oh, won't you come in? We have need of eggs.
It would pleasure me, sir, for sure.
Did you hear that, Ina? Sounds authentic.
May I present great-grandmother Cratchit, just come from Virginia to take the pilgrimage. Of course, these people aren't born yet, but they don't know it.
Now I know why my grandfather fell in love with her.
It's that dress. It's so quaint and charming.
I mean, Tammy's charming.
Do you think I look growing?
I can't believe it, Tammy. I kept thinking right along you were hardly more than...
I have an idea. You've been worried about Tammy's speech, Ina. Why not let her continue to be Grandmother Cratchit or anyone else of the period?
Splendid. It would cover any mistakes in grammar. Do you think you could do that, Tammy?
What? Oh, yes, sir. I won't be shy of folks if I'm pretending I'm someone else.
Well, then that's settled. It'll be a relief. Barbara, how lovely. You look simply breathtaking, my dear.
Oh, how sweet of you.
You'll be the envy of every girl at the Rebel Ball. Don't you think so, Mr. Bishop?
Not a doubt of it.
You do look lovely, Barbara.
Lovely is hardly the word.
Now's your chance to get Peter to change his mind about the advertising business, Barbara. I don't think any man could say no to a girl who looks like that, eh, Peter?
Peter?
Oh, it wouldn't be easy, sir.
clear your throat, sir?
No, thank you. You are now in the main part of the house, built in 1832.
And this is the library. You'll notice the original wood panelings done by a slave artist. And over here, if you'll just step this way.
And remember, gentlemen, the mint must be crushed slowly and gently.
Care to wet your whistle, sir? Oh, dear.
These masterpieces were all painted by a slave artist. Each one is a work of genius. The owners might be tempted to part with one or two of them at a price.
This silver was the old judge's gift to his bride, and the plates came from Paris to match the dinner service.
Care to cool your throat, ma'am?
Oh, no, thank you. That's a lovely gown you're wearing.
It was made in Virginia. My mammy sewed it for me with a needle and fine thread. She made it strong for lasting because it was a far piece to come.
I'd like to hear about that.
Do you mind?
No, not at all.
We came a-walking all the way, with the wagon creaking loud and the oxen moving slow. We come over the mountains and down by the trace. Mammy and Pappy and me and one crawling babe that had to be toted, and some odd-sized sisters, 2 or 3. That's how we come. Anyone in the mood for a drink?
Please go on. What happened?
A sight of strange things happened. Powerful, strange. My Pappy was a musical man. He had him an old board fiddle strung with hairs from a horse's tail. His music was so sweet, it drawed the birds down from the trees, and they flew along with us, singing before and behind. That's what brought us all grief. Howdy, folks. Help yourself.
Well, tell us some more, sister. How could the birds make you trouble?
Well, there was a robber in that country went by a musical name. Played the harp like an angel, and they called him Little Harp. Now, he noted the birds was all a-leaving him. The mockingbird, the jay, the little brown thrush, and the sparrow. So the only thing left was the buzzards. When they lit out, he followed through the swamp till he came to the edge of the trace, and there was all the birds a-roosting whilst we was a-sleeping. It were in the middle of the night by then, and the campfire burning low. We lay on a blanket sleeping, Mammy and Pappy and me and one crawling babe that had to be toted, and some odd-sized sisters, 2 or 3. Now, Pappy used to hide his bag of gold in the same leather bag he'd used for toting his fiddle. And Little Harp sneaked in whilst we slept and stole the leather bag. That's how Little Harp not only burgled Pappy's horsehair fiddle, but stole our treasure and left us all a-weeping with nothing except in this family gown my mammy fashioned for me. Well, I reckon that's all the telling of it.
Now, you haven't told how you came to live in this house.
That part was nigh onto a miracle for sure. We were penniless, but we made out by nipping and tucking and selling fresh eggs. Then one day I come up the driveway yonder, wearing this very gown for I own no other. I was toting fresh eggs in my bonnet. I come up the driveway singing, and the young man of the house, he come out, and he took me by the hand, and he said, I'll take the eggs, I'll take the bonnet, I'll take the gown and what's in it. And he kissed me then and there, and he made me into a fine lady, and he carved this comb for my hair. That's how I come to this great house, and how I lived here happily ever after.